The XRP ETF was just filed by BlackRock. The SEC can't stop institutions from buying quickly. 10,000 XRP is currently locked in. BlackRock, the biggest and most powerful asset management organization in the world, has formally registered for an XRP exchange-traded fund ETF. This shocking news has shaken up the financial world. This news, which initially leaked on Reddit, has shocked the crypto community. XRP holders and investors are now celebrating what may be the biggest change in the financial world. And you know, this submission means a lot more than just getting another ETF approved. This is the start of a new era in which XRP becomes a major player in the financial system, possibly even more so than Bitcoin and other assets in terms of market valuation and acceptance. This leaked file for an XRP ETF shows that BlackRock, which has a lot of power and money, has seen the real potential of XRP. But what's even more astonishing is that this ETF is now almost sure to get the green light. How can this be? Well, a big change from Congress has basically made it impossible for the SEC to stop Ripple from moving forward. In reality, important members of Congress have said in public that they think XRP is very important for the future of the US financial system, especially for transfers between countries. They are also ready to support it with laws. The opening of the institutional floodgates is what really changes the game. BlackRock is the first of many companies to join, but some of the biggest names in finance are already getting ready to make huge investments in XRP. Goldman Sachs, Fidelity, and Citadel are already talking about joining the XRP ETF. Some analysts think that the ETF will get more than $1 trillion in new money in 2024 alone. Think about this. $1 trillion. That's more than just a little wave of money coming in. It's a huge wave that will disrupt the crypto and financial markets forever. This isn't only interest from institutions. It's an obsession with institutions because these big companies recognize that XRP's unique combination of speed, scalability, and regulatory clarity makes it a once-in-a-lifetime chance. But that's not the end of the narrative. It's not just XRP that institutional investors are talking about. They're doing something. They are putting billions of dollars behind XRP. We've seen big institutions like JP Morgan start to liquidate some of their Bitcoin holdings to buy XRP. Jamie Dimon, the CEO of JP Morgan, said recently that XRP has the potential to totally change the future of finance. XRP's unique value proposition is making Bitcoin, which used to be the king of crypto, less important. The demand for XRP is expected to surge as governments and central banks start using it as a bridge currency for digital currencies. This is already happening. Now let's speak about what this means for the price of XRP and its future. If the XRP ETF gets $1 trillion in institutional funds, we could witness more market activity than ever before. This huge amount of money coming in will almost certainly make the price of XRP go up. We're talking about a huge rise in price because of demand and excitement in the market that has never been seen before. If XRP's market value reaches $5 trillion, which is around the same as the market value of some of the biggest tech companies in the world, like Apple, each XRP coin might be worth more than $10,000. A number that is hard to believe. It seems crazy, almost too wonderful to be true, but with the amount of money flowing in, it's very likely. The numbers don't lie. These predictions are based on good information. The market will change a lot because of the huge amount of money that is projected to come in. The price of XRP might go up very quickly and dramatically, possibly reaching new highs that no one imagined were feasible just a year ago. XRP has a very bright future ahead of it, but it's not just the institutional investors who will gain from this. Retail investors who hung on to their XRP through thick and thin, even when the SEC was constantly attacking them and there was a lot of regulatory uncertainty, are now in a great position to get the dividends of their patience and strength. People who have held XRP through the worst of the legal challenges are now ready to reap life-changing profits as the price rises, which might change their financial prospects. Imagine having an item that has been sued and then seeing it go up in value by a huge amount in just a few months. For many, it's a dream come true. This is the moment they've been waiting for, the end of years of faith and hard work. The SEC struggle may have lasted years, but the end is in sight, delivering a sense of relief and victory. The future seems very bright for the XRP army. They will soon be able to retire early, become financially free, or see their investments rise far beyond what they could have ever imagined. But it's not just about people who own stores. The registration of BlackRock's XRP ETF is already having an effect on global markets, and both investors and analysts are talking about it. Financial markets all over the world are starting to pay attention, with more trading and more interest in XRP. The SEC is still having trouble regulating XRP, but Congress and other countries are stepping in to help Ripple because they see its potential. For example, the US Treasury has lately taken steps to buy a large amount of XRP, which shows that the government is changing its policy. These big purchases show that XRP is more than just a cryptocurrency. It has an impact on many areas of the global financial system. In nations like Japan and the UAE, central banks are looking into Ripple's technology to build their own central bank digital currencies, CBDCs, that will make the financial system work better. This is no longer a guesswork trend. XRP is becoming an important part of the future of banking, defining the next generation of financial infrastructure. This shift by institutions adopting XRP will have consequences all over the financial world, as the pun suggests. We should expect additional big banks to follow BlackRock's lead, which will make XRP more popular. As more banks and other financial institutions buy XRP, the token will become even more scarce. This isn't simply a lot of talk. It's about the basic factors of the market that will make XRP's value go up. Retail investors who hung on to XRP during the SEC's legal fights and the uncertainties in the market are now in a position to make the biggest transfer of wealth in history. Their faith in Ripple and XRP's vision and their willingness to wait will pay off in ways that few could have envisaged. When institutional investors start to buy XRP, it will no longer be seen as a fringe asset. The world's most powerful banks and governments will support it as the backbone of a new financial system. In the end, BlackRock's registration for an XRP ETF is good news for Ripple and for the whole crypto industry. This ETF's approval means that XRP has finally gotten the regulatory clarity and institutional acceptance it needs to take over the financial world. The future of XRP has never looked better. Institutional inflows of $1 trillion are on the way, and the price target of $10,000 per XRP is becoming more and more feasible. Now is the time to buy XRP if you've been waiting for the appropriate time. The biggest transfer of wealth in history is going on right now. And if you want to be a part of it, don't put it off.